everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2. Last episode, seems our hometown of, where is it, something harbor? Why am I blanking on the name? I literally just did it yesterday. West Harbor, that's it. Town of West Harbor was attacked by dwarves and bladelings, creatures from beneath, and also one other figure who, I don't know, was powerful, but said that what he was searching for wasn't here. Now we've been told to go get a shard from some ruins by our foster father, Daeghun. Also, good news. I did a quick Google search and managed to fix the issue with the movement. So now everything is smooth and everything looks as it should. Alright. Well, it's time to leave West Harbor and go to the swamp ruins here. Yes, this is how we travel between locations. A bit different from Neverwinter Nights 1, but it is how it is. You can see there's going to be a lot of traveling. Anyway.
It's been an age since I've come this far into the swamp. There are some twists and turns before we get to the ruins. There's probably more than lizardlings ahead. So, lead on, I guess.
Of course. Let's talk
This is a bit too much for me. Amy's dead, the village is in flames, and now here we are in the swamp looking for ruins? I always wanted to be one of those adventurers, like Brunor Battlehammer or Lord Nasher. Well, back when he had adventures. With everything that's happened tonight, though, I think my place is here in West Harbor. Adventuring is all fine and glorious, but someone still needs to remain home and care for the families. What about you? Ever thought of leaving here? Becoming an adventurer?
Yes, if only to make the realms a better place.
That's what I think, too. I wish Amy were here with us. Should we be in some sort of marching order or something?
One of the biggest questions in D&D. Okay, so what order are you all marching in? How good are you with that sword?
I'm one of the best of the new militiamen. Never saw you training in the militia, though if we had the time, I could teach you a thing or two.
Not all warriors learn their trade in the militia. I might surprise you.
Well, I suppose we'll see then. But if you are as good with your weapon as you're letting on, you should join the militia.
Can you do anything else?
I can make soup, and use a sling, even a bow. But as Georg says, the only thing I'm really good at is swinging my sword and carrying wood. Should be enough for tonight.
What do you know of the ruins?
As much as the next harborman, I suppose. I haven't set foot there since Georg Redfell said we should avoid the place a few years back. Everyone knows it's been overrun by lizardlings, and Georg says if we don't bother them, they won't bother us.
Do you always do what Georg says?
Of course! And you should as well. He watches the village and tries to keep everyone safe.
And what is in the ruins?
I was told that the ruins were empty, even the chambers beneath it. It wouldn't surprise me if the lizardlings have claimed it. Lizardlings can be protective of what's theirs.
Territorial?
And I don't think you'll be able to talk things over with them either. This isn't going to be easy.
Why is it I don't see much of you in the village?
Chores keep me pretty busy. And then there's the militia training.
That can't be the only reason.
Well, I always try to do what's right by people, and my family. So if I see something wrong, I let people know. But that doesn't always go over well. Then people tend to take the long way around to avoid you. I guess that makes me something of a shut-in. Still, letting wrongdoings go doesn't do anyone any good. That's how I see it.
I guess I can understand to a point. Let's keep moving. Okay. And this is a map, and it looks like, well, we've basically got one route to get there. Oh, it looks like there's a side path there to investigate. A swamp beetle, eh? Oh, let's kill it. Ow. Do you mind? Oh, we've got another one. Do they actually have things to say? Oh, it's dead. I can't investigate. Oh, wait, I can investigate these. Yep, swamp beetles are commonly seen in the mare of dead men. They feed off carrion and decaying vegetation. Swamp beetles are not generally aggressive unless their feeding is interrupted. I guess we interrupted their feeding, then
To the death!
Yes, if you don't mind, please come and assist us, Bevel. Critical hit on one that was already about to die? That's not fun. There we go. Alright. Well, there's a chest here in this old camp. With Gauntlet, Malachite, Torch, and Torch. Well, we got him identified, and Gloves of Concentration. I mean, we'll wear them, but it's not something that's really particularly useful for us. Hold on to the torches, but we don't necessarily need them at the moment. And more beetles ahead. Oh, and lizardlings.
Let's go!
They're all coming for us. Ow. Little outnumbered. They don't seem to be able to attack us very much. Hey, a level up. Nice. Take it in a minute. Nice one, Bevel. Alright, fine. You've killed a couple lizardlings, and all I've killed are beetles. No need to get too full of yourself there. Alright. Nothing else over here. Let's see, level up! Once again, the level in Fighter. And I'm going to improve our strength a little. Next, can't improve Diplomacy anymore yet. So, Intimidate and Lore. And we got a fighter feat that we can put in. Already. Oh, we can do weapon specialization if we want. Do I? And power critical. No, I want to grab cleave. I want to actually have it.
What's up?
And you are going with the recommended. Power critical. You're using longsword too. Damn it. Okay, fine. I guess I should have given you a longsword. We'll be fine for a bit longer. We can rest at any time, but we'll be fine. More swamp beetles. Oh. You're the one who I should be controlling, not Bevel. Yeah, there we go. That's the cleave. Okay. Another camp, but it doesn't look like there's anything there. More lizardlings.
To the death!
Including shamans. Oh boy. And I've been dazed. Can't attack or anything while I'm dazed. I don't know how long it'll last. Oh, there, it's gone. Excellent. More lizardlings here. Some of whom are actually armed. Go ahead, Bevel, attack that one. I'll take care of these three. God, I wish I had a shield right now.
To the death!
Alright. What'd they drop? A couple great swords. And a short bow. Right. Let's take a look at what's down this path first. So it does look like it was a side path. Well, there is something down here.
We should turn back. These aren't the ruins that your father wanted us to search.
How do you know that?
No one's ever been able to get in. Georg says it's been here for generations. And Tarma says he's heard a story about a wizard who tried to get in once and never returned. Besides, if your father wanted us to go into these ruins, you'd think he'd have told us how to get in.
Alright, I guess these are not the ruins we're looking for. We'll head to the other ruins then. And we're also going to rest so that I can regain health and not be at half health. It is good that they do teleport when they get closer, and when they get too far away. Also, the resting is a lot faster. Alright, we still have plenty of time, so let's go in. Interesting. Alright. Well, let's start moving through this place. Come on, Bevel. There's some lizardlings. Oh dear, a shaman. Ah, crap, I got dazed again. If you don't mind, Bevel, do what you can there. There you go, that'll work. Alright. Anything in this side passage? Looks like there's a few things. Bolt, malachite, and scale mail. I think I'm wearing scale mail. Potion to cure light wounds, and some arrows. Yeah, I'm wearing scale mail. What is its AC again? AC of 4?
Yes, indeed.
AC of 5. You've got better armor! Fine, Bevel, you can keep that. Oh.
Your command.
Alright, move on. Oop, not that. Take a look to the... yeah, we'll take a look to the left. I'm gonna explore this entire place. More lizardlings. And swamp beetles. Ah! There was a trap there. Nice. Cleave helps so much. Didn't expect a beetle to drop anything. Didn't expect a beetle to have a potion of light wounds. Another potion to cure light wounds. And that other beetle dropped something too, again. A beetle gland. Well, we can sell it. I don't think it's useful to us. Yep, another trap. Alright, must be some more in here. Yep,
will die
go
by
for
my
the
hand.
shaman first. God damn it, dazed again! Bevel, why?
To the death. Let's see.
Well, you weren't close enough to attack that lizardling. Or cleave it. There we go. Alright, got a chest here with some gold pieces. And a crate with some gems and another potion. Okay. Well, it looks like there's a door over here. more lizardlings in here.
Let's go.
Trying to steal my kill, Bevel? Excellent. Couple of scrolls and a thunderstone. Plenty of stuff to sell. Short bow in here. Oh wait, I did loot that. Alright, and what about in here? More shamans. Ah, good, I didn't get dazed. Doesn't look like there's any loot in here, though. Unfortunate. Oh, hello, I didn't see that one. That one's actually labeled a lizardling guard. Is there another one up there? There is. This must be the final room. Well, he's dead. I think we'll rest before we go in the final room, though. Alright. Well, let's go in the room.
Oh, great spirits of the stone tomb, please hear our plea. The other lizardling tribes take our territory. They wage war. And before we fight them for our ancestral hatching grounds, we ask for your blessings.
There certainly are an awful lot of them. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
A warm blood. Here, your very presence offends the stone god.
Uh-oh. When this land was once ours, my tribe left something here.
And this gives you the right to intrude on our lands and disturb our most holy of rituals.
It's needed to save my tribe. Something you should be able to understand.
What do you propose then, warm blood?
Let me save my tribe, and perhaps one day we can return the favor.
A favor for a favor, eh? We may have need of you. We will let you do this thing. Do what you have come here to do. We will leave the Warmbloods in peace, my followers.
Thank you. That is all we wanted. We had no desire to fight if we could avoid it. All is well. Some bullets, potions of cure light wounds. Got a lot of stuff we're going to be able to sell. Ooh, we're going to get a lot of money from Thomas. And looks like the chest is over here. Miscellaneous Thin. Chalice of Lathander. This pure gold chalice is finely worked and bears the symbol of a sun rising upon a blooming rose. On command, it sheds a bright light equal to a light spell. The chalice can be commanded to heal multiple targets, which uses one charge. When all three of its charges have been used, the chalice retains its light ability. Okay. And there's Silver Shard. Bonus health. You recovered this shard from the ruins near West Harbor, where it had been hidden by Daeghun, your foster father. This silvery piece of metal looks like a fragment of a once well-crafted item. Though not obviously magical, just having the shard with you grants you a sense of confidence and destiny. Plus 10 bonus hit points.
We were risking life and limb for that? None of this makes any sense. Daeghun can do his own blasted quest from now on. When you're done searching around, let's get out of here.
Let's go.
You have returned, and you have brought the shard.
That's all you can say? I almost died out there.
If I did not believe you could handle the task, I would have sent another.
Yeah, well, you weren't out there in the swamp getting attacked by lizard folk.
No, I was here attending the wounded, Bevel. Now find Marion and do the same.
I don't see how you put up with him.
Now, for
Not
the
easily.
shard. Let me see it.
That's no way to treat Bevel.
Our talk is for our ears alone. Bevel has served his purpose and does not need to be troubled any further. Bevel has his uses, but it is not wise to depend on someone of Starling blood for too long. Also, his complaining tires me and will not serve you where you are bound.
You are not very pleasant. What were those ruins in the swamp?
Many such ruins lie within the mare and beneath it. They are of ancient Ilfarn, an empire once forged from an alliance of dwarfs and elves. All that remains are ruins, and little else. And their empire lives on only in history books and stories.
Alright, tell me about this shard.
That shard is one of a pair. Both were found after the battle that destroyed West Harbor long ago. My half-brother Duncan and I asked a mage in Neverwinter to examine the shards for enchantments, but he found nothing except a faint magical aura, residue of the battle. And so I kept one shard, and the other I gave to Duncan. Not long after I returned to West Harbor, I sealed it away in the ruins.
I have an uncle?
So to speak. It would be more appropriate to say that I have a half-brother. Duncan, like Bevel, has many faults that would make it wise not to rely on him or call him kin.
I might be able to say the same about you. How long ago was this battle in West Harbor fought?
It was long ago, and it was a battle that did not concern West Harbor, but the village was caught up in it like many such villages in the Mare of Dead Men. We knew little about what had sparked the conflict. Demons were involved, led by a warlock of great power. We only knew him as the King of Shadows. The forces of Neverwinter attempted to drive the demons back. Many villagers fled, some taking the road, others wading into the swamp, anything to escape the battle. There was an explosion, pure and white. Then, nothing more.
The King of Shadows. What an ominous name. And evil. Very clearly evil. Who would name themselves that? I feel magic from the shard. Strong magic.
Strange. Perhaps the attack awakened it. If so, then perhaps a second look at these shards would yield different results. But such divinations would be beyond anyone here in West Harbor, including Tarmus.
Are you sure those creatures that were attacking us were looking for the shard?
That is the only reason I can think of for why they came. Am I certain? No. But my instincts tell me they were looking for it.
Maybe your instincts are wrong.
It is the only thing of substance in this village that would cause them to tear it apart as they did. They were not looking for gold or valuables, nor did they seem to care about us, unless we got in their way.
And why did you put it in the ruins?
I could not bring myself to cast it away. Yet at the same time, I did not wish to keep it close. You are too young to remember what occurred, I know. But the battle was a terrible one. And that shard, it reminds me too much of that night.
Alright. Well, I retrieved the shard, so what now?
I need you to go to the city of Neverwinter. Find my half-brother Duncan, retrieve the second shard, and take it to a mage you both can trust. Duncan owns an inn in the docks district of the city, the Sunken Flagon. Not the most reputable place, but safe enough.
Is Bevel coming with me?
No. I know you value him as a friend, but he will be of no help outside of West Harbor. He would only slow you down. Bevel is made for simpler things.
Oh, don't make me slap you. Belleville helped me in the ruins, so be respectful.
Very well. Let us waste no more time in discussing your friend. If you have other questions, ask them.
What if the beasts track me down?
That is possible, but this village cannot shelter you or survive another attack. On the road, moving, you have a chance. Once you reach Neverwinter, it may prove more difficult for them to attack you.
Why don't we dump the shard? Give it up.
The problem is more complicated than that. If we give them the shard, I doubt it will prevent them from believing the second one lies here as well. or others.
Others?
We only found 2. It is possible there were others, scattered into the swamp or taken away, or have met other ends.
There's something you're not telling me.
There are many things I have chosen not to tell you, and that is because they are not relevant. Perhaps if you were to question less and heed my words, it would prevent you from becoming confused.
Or it would allow me to get more information out of you. I've heard enough. How do I get to Neverwinter?
Head to the small port town of Highcliff when you are free of the swamp. There, seek passage on a ship to Neverwinter. The beast that attacked us will leave West Harbor alone once they realize their quarry has fled. If all goes well, you should be in Neverwinter before they find your trail. Say your farewells. Your boots may travel many roads before you return. I let some of the others know you are leaving, but not the why of it.
Why don't you take the shard to Neverwinter?
I was raised amongst the wild elves. For all my years amongst the race of man, they make little sense to me. You are one of them, and you understand them. I have done all I can to hide your presence. If these beasts come again, West Harbor will need me.
Hide my presence? What have you done?
I have created a screen of activity. On a normal night, your trip with Bevel would have been easily spotted, but not tonight. It still may not be enough, but there is little else I can do.
What the hell is a screen of activity? That's your farewell, then?
Perhaps one day we will speak again and gain an understanding of each other.
You seem eager to put me in danger here, though.
We are all in danger. I will try my very best to keep the hunters busy. If Tamora wills it, your journey will be quick and safe. But Lady Luck is fickle indeed in the mare. Steel yourself for danger.
I want to talk to some people first.
Return when you are ready to leave, and we will speak of the path you must take.
As you wish. Let's speak with them.
Have you said your farewells? You must.
Yeah, let me speak with people. Start with Bevel.
So, your father sent you off to Neverwinter. As if everything that's happened tonight isn't enough adventuring for one lifetime. I'm hoping that you'll be back soon enough after you reach the city, but most people who leave West Harbor don't come back.
Why don't you come with me, Bevel?
Not that I'm not tempted. Amy certainly would have jumped at the chance, but we lost a lot of harbormen to the attack. Hopefully your father's right and there will be no more attacks once the shard is gone. Still, the village will need every sword arm it has. As a member of the militia, my sworn duty is to defend West Harbor. I can't just turn my back on that.
Good to know the village will be in safe hands.
I'll do my best to keep the place standing for you when you return. I want to hear about all of your adventures.
Oh, is there anything you can give to help me on the journey?
I've got some bandages here, though I hope you won't need to use them. You can also have my share of the loot that we found. You'll need it more than I do.
Thank you. I need all the help I can get.
Wish I could go with you, but the defense of the village is important too.
Do you know what I can expect
Not
on the
really.
road?
There's an inn north of here along the road. It's the only one between here and the edge of the mare, from what I understand. Plenty of lizard folk in the swamp, of course. Just stick to the roads and you'll be fine, though. At least, that's what I've heard.
I'd better get going.
Good luck. And if you run across the one who killed Amy, stick a blade through his heart for me. She deserves at least that.
And you were dropping the torch and longsword. Okay, fair enough.
This
Thomas.
incursion is the most noteworthy event that's happened here in years. I had high hopes for Amy. She was a rare find in West Harbor. A shame she failed to heed her first lesson. Always listen to Tarmas. Not that I expect you would understand. But she was the only one capable of holding a coherent conversation with me. Go if you must, but mysteries remain here that need to be answered.
We were just trying to help.
When I had made it clear to stay out of it. I am no doddering scholar in need of your amateurish attempts to help. The girl died a meaningless death. A needless sacrifice only helps your enemy. Learn this lesson, and you may avoid Amy's fate.
Is there anything you can do to help me with the journey?
Help with the journey, you say? Advice. Advice is what I can give. Use that skull of yours for more than a shield. Amy obviously failed to learn this lesson. A fool girl. As functional as the famous harborman thick-headedness is, it still won't prove much help against, let's say, a lizardling sword or javelin.
If anyone could help me on the journey, it would be you.
You aren't mistaken on that account. Fine, take this. Perhaps it will help you. Perhaps not, but don't bother asking for more. I've already lost an apprentice on your behalf. That's all you'll be getting from me.
Why did you come to West Harbor if you think so little of its people?
Suffice it to say that I find the bustle of city life even less endearing than the mosquitoes here. And here I can work quietly, in exchange for teaching some mud farmer's child a bit of lore every now and again.
Certainly there's more to the story than that.
There's more to it than farming and pig contests. Of that you can be certain. Come back later, then we can talk.
Why do you even bother taking apprentices?
Do you think it's by choice? Having filthy beggar children tidying my place up with inept hands and clouded minds? I could hire a servant for that. But the village has expectations of a resident wizard, responsibilities that cannot be shirked. So I teach them their letters, so they can write dirty messages in the mud or some such rot, only to watch them throw it all away in a meaningless gesture of loyalty. Stupid girl!
Years ago, I think I overheard Georg Redfell say you came here because of the war.
That man says decidedly too much. It's true that part of the reason I came to West Harbor is because of the war that was fought here. You've probably heard it mentioned from time to time. And no doubt you've also heard the same vague accounts I have, assuming you could pry even that from the other villagers.
Do you know anything else about the war?
The whole affair is quite mysterious, I'm afraid. Demons were involved, that much is certain. But, curiously enough, there are no clear answers to who fought whom and why. I think part of it is the remoteness of the location, yes? There were few battles in the war, and all of them were fought in the Mare of Dead Men. An evil wizard was behind the whole thing. There were very few Neverwinter troops that actually saw any action, and none of them survived.
Why don't the other harbormen talk about the war?
And what would they say? I'm guessing that the harbormen are as much in the dark in this as the Neverwinter archivists are. The battle that was fought here didn't involve heralds and flowery declarations. It involved the wholesale slaughter of two forces, with your village in the middle. The entire village was nearly destroyed, and almost no one who stayed in West Harbor survived the night.
Yeesh. War sounded brutal and pointless. What's the other reason why you're here?
You really are a harborman. People here possess the sort of subtlety commonly found in raging barbarian hordes. Ask something else. I have nothing more to say on this matter.
Fine. Can we
Of
talk about
course.
something else?
In fact, I would prefer it.
You mentioned something about mysteries.
The swamp has many denizens, most dangerous and all of them particularly irksome. But these new pests are not native. So it stands to reason they traveled through leagues of swamp trails and this odious smell to get here. Anyone that desperate has to have a good reason, so whatever you're carrying, guard it carefully. Anyone fool enough to go through that much effort to come here won't give up easily. I've already lost Amy to their determination.
Did Daeghun tell you what I was carrying?
Daeghun didn't tell me a thing, boy. But right after the attack, you dart off into the swamp, and now you're suddenly leaving. That speaks volumes. It's obvious you fetched something out there. And I'd bet gold that whatever those bladelings were searching for is in your pack at this very moment. But I don't want to know the details. Not to be overly dramatic, but I believe such knowledge could prove dangerous.
Alright, could I buy some items from you to help me on my journey?
Oh, very well. I suppose I could always use more coin.
Pardon me. First I'm going to put this in the back here. Potion of barkskin. Oh, that's what you handed me. How useful. Pardon me while I sell all of these things. I hope I get a bag at some point. Getting something to carry all this stuff would be nice. Or at least better for organization. Alright, that's it. Still gonna talk to these people before I end this. Orlin. So, you haven't headed to Neverwinter, are you? Just remember that you're a harborman and don't take any guff from the city folk. We harbormen can take care of ourselves. We don't need any fancy walls to keep us safe. Is there anything you can do to help me with the journey? Here, take this. Harbormen take care of their own, not like them city dwellers. You remember that. If I had more to spare, I would, gladly, but after this attack, and with the season we've been having, well, this is the best I can do for you. How have the fields been recently? I've heard it said that the first people came to West Harbor because it was one of the only sections of dry ground in the swamp. Swamps have plenty of fertile soil, perfect for growing all manner of crops. It's been good like that for years. This past season has been tough, though. Why has this season been so bad? That's the 3 platinum question right there. We have more water than we know what to do with, and the soil seems as rich as ever, too. Farewell, then. Brother Mering? West Harbor is safe for now, and in part due to your efforts. I'm sorry about your friend. I wish I could have saved her. Thank you. It's no one's fault. Full blame lies with the mage that led the attack. A shame Thomas wasn't able to send him to the abyss. Daeghun mentioned you were headed for Neverwinter. It's a bad time to be traveling. Galen the merchant told us about his journey, and unless his tales were taller than usual, your road to Neverwinter won't be an easy one. I will pray for your safety. The Mayor of Dead Men is fast becoming more dangerous. Is there anything you can do to help me with the journey? I am a humble priest with little to give except the blessings of my lord. Those blessings you shall have, though. Have you learned anything more about the attack on the village? I'm afraid you know as much as I about the attacks, and every hour gives no new truths. The Duergar and Bladelings came here for a reason, though, and I fear this is far from over. What's making the swamp more dangerous? As the farmers here are fond of reminding me, I'm new to this town, but in my years of living here, I've noticed that even a swamp has its seasons. And now it's getting a weary winter. Every morning I greet the dawn, and Lathander's blessings are becoming more distant. The swamp's danger is more than just lizardlings and bandits. Something else is stirring in its depths. Do you know anything more specific? That's the only thing harbormen seem to want from me. Answers. And being a priest isn't about answers. It's about keeping faith when the answers do not easily come. What do you know about my father? He is a complicated man, much like yourself, with the personality of a closed book. Your father, foster father, you mean, you're leaving us, and I've kept my own counsel on this for years, but you have asked. Daeghun keeps him to himself, and I think it's reprehensible how he treats you. I sense his soul was gravely wounded many years ago. Wounds like that heal slowly, if at all. I'm sorry you weren't raised in a home where you were treated more as family, rather than a painful reminder. My father has always felt distant. Lathander teaches us to live for the morrow and for the day, not forgetting lessons of the past, of course. Your father, however, dwells too much in yesterdays. If anyone is in need of the morning Lord's light, it is he, but he spurns me, of course. I have said perhaps too much on this subject. Why do you keep trying to teach harbormen about Lathander? It's refreshing to have someone just come out and ask it. Harbormen value their privacy so much they don't know what to make of someone like me. I'm here because the dawn's light touches all men, even here. Every day is a chance for a new beginning, a new story, a new you. So I came here to spread Lathander's words to the people whose lives are sometimes too often shadowed by the fogs from the mare. Most of the farmers here worship Shantea. Shantea is the goddess of the fields and of the harvest. Anyone that tills the soil has her name on their lips at some point, but Lathander encourages spiritual growth. Each day is an opportunity to reinvent yourself. Sometimes this village feels like a collection of hermits rather than a community. The right words and a little faith could change this, draw harbormen closer together. Very well, farewell. While speaking to Georg and Retta would be nice, I believe I've spent enough time. This episode's gone on way too long. So I believe we'll speak with them and say our farewells in the next episode. Till until then, I'm Cheswick44. That is Travis Ingham. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, and I shall see you all next time.